U.S. Attorneys Keyes, Heap, and I will each talk about a few of the cases that are underway in our respective districts, each involving significant seizures, some of the fruits of which are displayed here in front of me. The multi-agency collaboration at the federal, state, and local levels, and the transnational nexus to all of these cases.
Everyone. Thank you for being here today as we announce the launch of the Homeland Security Task Force Network here in Atlanta, a city that is known for being central to our mission in protecting communities.
FBI agents here in Atlanta say they just seized enough drugs to kill millions of people. Atlanta News First, Bridget Spencer is live from the FBI Atlanta field office. And Bridget, fentanyl, that wasn't the only thing they found.
Tracy, we're not only talking about that staggering amount of fentanyl you mentioned, but also items related to distributing the fentanyl on the streets of Atlanta. Now, the Clayton County Police Department partnered with the FBI's Homeland Security Task Force during the search warrant execution last week at a rental home in Forest Park. Now, inside, they tell us they found 21 kilos of fentanyl, as well as $380,000 in cash, guns, and even a money counter. Now, Rico DeVille Bice, he is the one arrested, as well as David Esteban Montillo Diaz, both arrested and charged with conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute. Now, one suspect, we're told, is from Atlanta, and the other, Diaz, has ties to California.
We believe that Diaz's connection to California is significant because we know, as mentioned earlier, the Mexican drug cartels smuggle fentanyl into our country over the southwest border.
And investigators do say, although this was a big hit to the drug industry, the fight is far from over. They say they still have a lot of work left to do when it comes to keeping drugs off the streets of Atlanta and elsewhere in Georgia. We're live in Atlanta. Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.
Tonight, federal agents say 2 men are in custody after breaking up a fentanyl trafficking operation in Forest Park. 11 Live's Doug Richards joins us now from the newsroom. Doug, what tipped him off here?
Well, federal agents kind of play that close to the vest, but they say that when they descended upon a property in Forest Park, a man took off on foot. Agents chased him down. When they caught up with him, they say that they found $3,000 cash on his person. Then they went to the nearby Airbnb, which they said was his base of operation, and they found $380,000 in cash. That plus 21 kilos of fentanyl, a money counting machine, a plastic shrink wrapping device they say was used to package the illicit drugs. Agents said today that a drug task force based in Atlanta delivered this and other arrests in an effort to trace drug operations to the source.
To not just focus on a low-level dealer in a community, but how do we look at the enterprise? What is behind that? For the distribution network and the supply network. And our goal is to trace it all the way back to the cartels and hold them accountable and bring them to justice.
Federal agents identify the 2 suspects as Rico DeVille Bice and David Esteban Montillo Diaz. A federal grand jury will sort out the charges against them.
All right, Doug, quite the...
It's coming from the cartel and these organizations. It's coming from a source, coming into the country, and then distributed on a local level in these communities like Athens, like Macon, in the Middle District of Georgia, hitting the street, and then being distributed by gangs and local distributors. And that flow of drugs, that's not an opinion, that's a fact. You can trace the pattern, and that's how drugs flow through our community. And so these drugs like fentanyl, heroin, cocaine, they poison our community, but they have second-order effects and spillover effects like addiction, like overdose, like violent crime in our community. And the individuals who profit the most from that distribution are often not in our country, and they're profiting, making the most money out of it. That's the problem. And so we're here to
the attention of law enforcement.
Authorities say they also found 9 guns. During this multi-agency operation, warrants were executed at businesses and homes in Sandy Springs, Atlanta, and Woodstock. 3 men were arrested, 2 from Mexico, the 3rd from Sandy Springs. They were booked into the Cherokee County Jail. The GBI says they have connections to a Mexican cartel.